again on behalf of Ethic Committee, I would like to welcome every one of you, all the wonderful ladies in the call today. We have the graceful presence of Dr. Juseon, the founder chairman of Friends of Asia Pacific Wagggs, and we have Nigat from Friends of Asia Pacific Wagggs working group member. So welcoming every one of you this wonderful morning in the call. I would like to request Dr. Juseon to speak about the um, trial project, or to give more lights about the projects that have been improving the lives of many girls in the Asia Pacific region. So may I have the privilege to ask Dr. Juseon to just unmute yourself and give us the light about the projects and bless us.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Thank you. I'm very happy to join with you in this webinar. Dear Honorable Chairman, EP Committee Byon, committee members, and participants from MOs. Hello, my fellow Girl Guide leaders. Good afternoon here in Seoul. I'm Juseon Byon from Korea, actually. Former chairman of AP Committee for 6 years and founder of Friends of AP Wagggs. I'm very much honored and privileged to join webinar this with you. I understand you are in very serious difficulties on the corona pandemic nowadays. Today, I'm very happy to speak of the historical background of Friends of AP Wagggs and 3L project in AP region for your understanding of the value of the new project. I'm very excited to remind you of my speech in 2004 in AP Regional Conference in Hong Kong as a chairman of AP region and the founder of Friends of AP region. You may not know about the background of the Friends of AP Wagggs and the launching a new project, 3L project, 17 years ago. This is my speech at that night. In the last 2 triennial, Friends of AP Wagggs has gained enormous support from countries all over the world. To date, there are over 520 members from 16 countries, and it is still growing. The purpose of the Friends of the Wagggs is raise funds supporting the implementation of Asia Pacific strategic plan and thus supporting the development of Wagggs. Today, we have generated the amount of 140,000 US dollars from membership fees, Friends of AP. From this, 3 member organizations have chosen to spend 30% of the membership fees they collected for various activities such as support for the development of Kazakhstan, CD project with Cambodia, organizing round-robin project, and the major donor for the development of Girl Guide and Girl Scouts in the Pacific region. These are the manifestations of support in the work of the committee. Tonight, I have the pleasure to launch a new project from the Friends of AP Wagggs, the AP Action Project 3L. It was my speech in 2004. Bravo, bravo. AP Action Project 3L, representing lifelong learning, is the brainchild of the AP Fund Development Ad hoc Group in response to the needs to provide opportunity for capacity building for young women. The project will open doors to young women of this region in the hope that they can learn skills which they can use for life, whether it is life skills, management skills, technical or technological skills, in order for them to meet the essential demands of a changing world. These are my speech at the launching 3L project in 2004. It is very memorable, and in my heart, I'm very excited to give my old speech to you all. Today, I'm very much inspired by your passionate leadership among member organizations. And I'm very, very highly speak of the AP committee for working towards this program very highly. Thank you very much, Prarthana, and all committee members together. As founder of Friends of AP Wagggs, our journey to support the girls and young women in AP region will be and should be continued with pride and our warmest love for them. I hope every one of you think highly about this value, and when you have a project, 3L project, then think seriously about the future of young women in your country or in your MOs also. Please continue your mission for girls with courage and passion under this difficult pandemic situation. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, your wonderful project you are proposing, and it will benefit for the girls and young women in your country. The sun is shining after darkness away. I quote the following words: this pandemic, this difficult situation is too shall pass away, and endure and do your best for your work. Thank you very much for inviting me to this webinar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Juseon, for so much of love and support to the young girls, women of Asia Pacific region. We are so lucky. Actually, we feel so blessed to have beautiful, helpful, and so much committed hearted people to support the region all the time. This is one of the best thing we have in Wagggs, because other regions, they do not have supporting groups like Asia Pacific region has. So we are very proud of FAPW. Thank you so much for gracing our call this morning or afternoon. Thank you so much, Dr. Juseon.
Thank you very much.
Thank
God bless
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you once again to Dr. Juseon, and we are again having some more participants being added in our call. So welcoming once again every one of you. Just for your kind information, we are recording this call as well. And we will be using the presentations which will be made today in the call in our FB page later on. So it is not, we are not live on Facebook or any other social media. So please feel free to put forward your thoughts and ideas as well while we have in our Q&A session. Now, I would like to request Prarthana, the EPIC committee member, to present the understanding of 3L guidelines, project 3L guidelines, and application form. So it's up to you, Prarthana.
Thank you, Maiya. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining for this webinar. And now I will explain you about the Project 3L. And Project 3L, as Dr. Juseon also mentioned a lot about Project 3L. So the main aim is in line with FAPW. Project 3L, lifelong learning, was introduced to support projects that could contribute to the capacity building of girls and young women of the Asia Pacific region. It is envisioned that Project 3L will give young women skills to in all sides of their life, not just those related to Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. It aims to provide opportunities for member organizations to improve the quality of girl experience by coming up with their well-designed projects that focus on leadership and governance, opportunities for growth, safe space for girls, and a wider world impact. The project may be conducted at any level. This slide, Rupa, thank you. So this is mainly aimed of capacity building of girls and young women and provide opportunities, as I mentioned, leadership and governance, opportunities for growth, and safe space. And also this can be conducted at any level of your member organization. It can be national, state-wise, provincial, unit-wise, or troop-wise. But the MO should endorse the project. Next slide, please. So the funding, the maximum amount for a project is £2,000. And we only grant 6 projects per year. So every year we award 6 grants, and expenses are over amount of the grant will be the responsibility of the member organization. So the up to 40% of the grant can be used for your travel expenses, administration, or staff costs, but the 60% should be all to the 3L project. Next slide, please. The criteria. We'll wait till the next slides come so that it's easy for you all to see. The project should contribute to the development of girls and young women in leadership practice, quality experience of girls and young women, governance, safe space for girls, advocacy, innovation, and social entrepreneurship, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and nutrition. A project should be example of a high quality Girl Guides and Girl Scout experience with methods that real definition, relevant, exciting, accessible, and a learner-led method. Project should incorporate the applicable elements of Wagggs education methods. Learning in small groups, learning by doing, connecting with others, connecting with my world, connecting and my path and space. At least 50% of the participants of each project must be member of the member organization. under the age of 30 years. So we check whether we want to monitor whether the members of the project are at least 50% are under 30 years, because this is especially for young women and girls. And also with at least the project team lead should be one young girl or a young woman who is under age of 30 years. The project must be completed within 12 months after we transfer the grant. Now we'll go into the procedures. So if I'm too fast, or if you cannot understand, you can ask anything later, and criteria will continue. The MO cannot apply for new projects unless they have submitted their report for the previous project. Each project will receive funding only once. So if the member organization want to continue that project, they have to bear their own cost, or else it should be alternative funding arrangements. Project with a sustainability plan will be prioritized during the selection process. In case if you all have any emergencies or any kind of situation, the projects falls under falls apart. The program MO must target a new beneficiary to be eligible. In such kind of projects, the received grant from the 3-year project only, can amplify the strengthen the project and its impact. But the application for the same project, if it's the second time, the grant will not be applicable for the second time. Next slide, please. The procedure. Now we will check, now I will take you all through the procedures about the project 3L. Application need to be submitted by 30th June 2021. So the application process is same for every year. So this year, 30th June is the deadline. So every year, 30th June will be the deadline. So only one project proposal per year from the member organization. So Asia Pacific Regional Committee will select 6 projects per year. And if the member organization has already received a grant within the triennium, preference will be given to the member organization who have not received the grant earlier. Member organization will be notified by the APR committee within 2 months from the deadline as whether they have been successful in their application, whether they are selected or not selected. After the selection email is gone out, member organization will have to sign a grant letter and agree to the terms and conditions of the grant before receiving the grant amount to your member organization. The APR committee, through the program coordinator, the global program team, will monitor the progress of the project. Time to time, we will ask for the project, and we will send you the report, and we will ask you for evaluation. And definitely, this is mandatory whenever we send you a evaluation form. It's preferred that you return it on time, because in future, in your future events, future proposal, it will be counted. Next slide, please. Within the 2 months of completion of the project, member organization should submit their final report. And final report should be submitted with the report of a breakdown of the expenditure and all the breakdown and the budget which was given. And also one thing I missed, the member organization must complete a budget along with the application with all breakdowns of your project expenditure. And after completion of the project, member organization need to submit an article describing the project and the outcome after completing it. And we encourage all member organizations to award a participation certificate to all the participants who have involved with the project 3 year. And we will be giving templates for the certificate as well. And member organization might be requested to present at the regional conference about their programs. And today also 2 member organizations will be sharing about their experience. So if we go to the next slide, I will explain about the application. Application process. So January to June, we will call for application. So we send out the emails with guidelines and the application process. So we will give you 6 months to decide on the project and also to return the application. So the deadline of the application will be 30th June, and July to August, within 2 months, the Asia Pacific Regional Committee will go through the application and approve the application via email. September to October, we will announce the approved projects and we will process with grant letters, TOR, and the project reporting templates, all other necessary documents. And November to December, we will arrange a transfer of the grants to relevant member organization. And from the following year, the member organization can start their project. So I will explain the event monitoring process as well. So, right. And January to June, member organization need to implement the 3-year project. So July, we will ask for a half-yearly report submission. So for project 3 year, it's after 6 months, we will ask for a half-yearly report. And July to December, member organization need to complete the implemented project. And the next year, within January and February, they need to submit their final report with the expenditure breakdown. We will also show you the sample of the application. Next. So this is the application. We have sent out the application to everyone. So it's a 12-page. And in each category, we have asked about the outcome, the member organization, the project description, the budget, project content. So each criteria need to be filled. And when you are filling the application, you need to be mindful that you need to fill each category, section. Because when it comes to the selection process, we check about the skills, whatever the criteria I explained, everything is given in the application. So we are very, in the selection process, we are very aware and we check. And if in case if we need for you all to update, we will ask you to update. So this webinar is also to give you some guidelines. So when it comes to application process, we don't need to ask you to update. And if you need, I'm not going to go through the application, the whole form. If you all have any queries or questions or clarifications, you can email us on the given email addresses and we will come back to you and support you. This is about the 3-year project. Over to you, Maiya. And at the end, we can ask, you all can ask any questions if you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prarthana. Prarthana is one from Asia Pacific Regional Committee, who is working close with FAPW. Thank you so much, Prarthana, for giving us an opportunity to learn more about this trial project and also the guidelines. So if any one of you have any question while the presentation is going on, then please drop your question in the chat box or keep it in your mind for the Q&A session. So once again, welcoming those who joined later in our webinar today. Now I would like to request, we have, as Prarthana already mentioned, we have two MOs who are presenting about their experiences regarding the trial project and reach out. So for the MO sharing, I would like to welcome Tsai Min-Hsuan, Alice, the young leader from Girl Scouts of Taiwan. Alice, if I am mistaken while taking your name or pronouncing your name in Taiwan, please excuse me for that. And I would like to welcome you for your presentation. Alice.
Thank you, Maya, and hello, everyone. Can everybody hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so thank you for having me, and I am Alice, and my Chinese name is Min-Hsuan, but you can call me Alice, which will be easier. And I will be sharing on our experience of applying for Project 3L from Girl Scouts of Taiwan. And if I can share my screen and show you my presentation. Okay. So again, I am currently working as the staff at the headquarters of Girl Scouts of Taiwan, and I'm also the Young Leader Team Coordinator. So today, I will be sharing what GST have done during the past 5 years. We have applied for 4 different projects in Project 3L. From 2017, we have Wise Me Modern World. In 2018, we have Let's Empower Communities. And Think Before You Buy in 2019, and the newest ongoing one is My Leadership Journey. And I will go deeper into each project later on. So these 4 projects, we are very lucky to receive this grant from the AP region and Friends of Asia Pacific Wagggs. So today I will be sharing what we have done and how we apply and the importance of receiving the grant. So first project, Wise Me Modern World, which is our first time applying for Project 3L. So many things is our first try. And this project is about focusing on delivering information technology, internet safety to girls and young women. And we combine this project with Wagggs Surf Smart program. So we design the course and the workshops to let young girls learn about how to keep themselves safe on the internet and to identify what is harmful information and how they can prevent internet bullying. So this is a group picture from the girls participating in this project. And next year, we also focusing on information and technology safety, but this time we change our target beneficiaries to the communities. So this project, that's Empower Communities, is aimed to reduce the problem of digital divide. We know in the city and in the countryside, people have different knowledge level using the technology. So our girls, being the volunteer, they go to the community to teach the seniors how to use smartphones and how to edit simple videos using their daily life pictures, so they can share what they learn, what they see with their kids or their grandchildren. And our girls is very happy to participate in this project because they also learn a lot from these seniors. And these seniors are very glad to have young girls coming in and teach them new technology. It's a very cute project. And next year, we have this Think Before You Buy. It's mainly about the SDGs number 12, responsible consumption and production. So we held workshops to let young women be the facilitator and teach girls to identify how many environmental issues are caused during the food production phase or the process of making merchandise. So how we can lower the effect on the environment. So this is these three young women are the facilitator at the workshops. And the newest ongoing 3L project is My Leadership Journey. This picture was taken from past year because they still haven't wear mask. But now this year we will change this project to do it online. So this project is trying to introduce Wagg's leadership model, the 6 leadership mindsets, and inspire young leaders to advocate for the issues they care about. So these are the 4 projects we have applied for Project 3L. Then how do we apply? Like Prarthana had mentioned, Project 3L has a template of form. So we usually keep in mind the basic, very important things because committee members will also provide us the guidelines on how to fill out the form. First, most important, of course, is the due date of submitting the form, because we can know how much time we have to decide which topic we want to choose, and how we can design the timeline. So usually June 30th is the due date each year for applying for Project 3L. And the target beneficiary, of course, is focusing on girls and young women under 30. And this should be a 1-year project. Of course, you can take a deeper and sustainable plan afterwards, but the basic duration is 1 year. And of course, real and 5 educational methods from Wagg's is the things we constantly keep in mind when designing the projects. Our steps can break down into 3 steps. First is choosing the criteria. Second, writing the form. Third, submitting the form. When choosing the criteria, we usually have 2 main source of topics. Like I am in the young leader team, so I will discuss with other young girls leader what ideas we have this year. So we will have proposal and hand it to our MO headquarters. Also, if there's any national or regional levels planned events or ongoing projects or anything that related to our Girl Scout program, it can also be a potential criteria of the projects. We also get ideas from SDGs, from UN, or Wagg's program like Stop the Violence, Free Being Me, or Surf Smart. These are all the good topic criteria that we can get ideas from. And I think the very important point of this phase is using the resources you already have. in GST, we don't really come up with a whole new project just for Project 3L. We try to combine it with our already planned events or ongoing program. So it helps us when writing the application form. So if you are also planning to apply for Project 3L, maybe you can look for what program you are already planned, maybe half planned, so you can use it in this application and finish it. And second, when writing the form, usually I will be the person who will write the form, and I will talk about the ideas or check in the project with the project lead, and also getting advice from other MO staffs. So first step, we will collect all the information we need, including the basic information of our MO in the first part of the application form. And of course, also the project description and the budget, the timeline. We will break down the form because it might take a couple days to fill out the whole form. It might feel overwhelming if you are the person when writing the form. But if you break down each part, it will seem easier and you can think more clearly. And for Girl Scouts of Taiwan, usually we will have a mentor or advisor during this form writing process. And I think that really helps. The mentor can be some experienced staffs from your MO, or Wagggs volunteer if your MO have people who already works in Wagggs volunteer pool, and or any person who has international experience can help you on writing the form. This will help too. And when submitting the form, before you send it to AP, we can check the form again within the MO. And if we get everything correct, if the budget is correctly calculated, and revise if necessary and email the form. And also email other related person to keep everyone updated. I think it's important too, like your international commissioner, your project lead, and your project team member, etc. So these 3 steps, choosing the criteria, writing the form, and submitting the form, is our main process of applying Project 3L. And why we think it's very important to receive this grant from AP, these are the 3 main income for us in Girl Scouts of Taiwan to carry out the project. First part will be the funding from the government. In Taiwan, it might be Ministry of Education. In some country, it may be from child and teenagers ministry. And also second part will be the fee paid by the participants when they come to the workshops or join the events. They will pay a little amount of fee. And third part is MO self-funding. And receiving the grant, we think is trying our best to lower the fee that needed to be paid by the participants, because by this way we can let more girls, empower more girls to join our program. And when more girls, that means more opportunities. So every year we keep in mind that if we can diverse our income of the project, that will empower more girls to let them have high quality experience of Girl Scout and Girl Guiding. So I wish you all the best on applying Project 3L 2022. And if you have any question, you can ask me in the chat box afterwards, or I will provide my email also, and we can exchange our thoughts on applying. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much for sharing the wonderful projects you have done and you are doing in Taiwan. Thank you once again for your wonderful presentation. Hope
Thank you.
your presentation has even made clear to all the participants of this webinar about the 3L project. Thank you once again. Now, I would like to request Prarthana once again to come up with her presentation about Reach Out, Project Reach Out.
Thank you, Maiya. I think, Rupa, there is a line that we can see. Can you all also see a block box with a covering the slides?
Is it at the top? Is it at the top one?
Yes. And now it's,
yes.
Yeah. We'll have with the screen because it will help you to. Okay.
I think you can carry on now.
Yes, right. Okay. Thank you, Rupa. Okay. Project Reach Out. Now I will give you some guidelines and some understanding about Project Reach Out. The Project Reach Out is respond to the desire of the Asia Pacific member organizations to share skills and knowledge that match the needs of other AP member organizations. Project must involve an exchange program between 2 or more member organizations in the AP region. The project should be in line with the Wagggs education method, strengthen the quality of girl guiding and girl scouting experience, and impact leadership practice in at least one or in all other member organizations who are involved. Goals of the Project Reach Out: to strengthen the organizational capacity of the Asia Pacific member organizations in line with the capacity building framework. Strengthen the relationship and the international offers of AP member organizations. Create opportunities for Asia Pacific member organizations to share ideas and support each other. The objectives of the Reach Out project is to strengthen the capacity building of member organizations in delivering their own strategic plan, and also to help the region to deliver their action plan, and to encourage member organizations to share skills, knowledge, and their expertise. Now, if we talk about the funding, the maximum amount per project which we grant per year is £3,000, and only 3 project grants will be awarded per year. So when it comes to, I will give a comparison later. So this year in Project Reach Out, it's only 3 project grants. The only MO who submitted the application will receive the grant. So when it comes to Reach Out, there are 2 or more member organizations involved, but only the applicant will receive the grant. Up to 40% of the grant may be used for travel expenses, administration, or staff costs. Each project will receive funding only once from the Project Reach Out. This is same as the earlier one. The member organization can continue this project on their own, but the funding will have to be on their own. If we talk about the criteria, project should involve at least 2 member organizations, 1 applicant member organization, and 1 beneficiary member organization. Project should contribute to strengthen the organization capacity of the beneficiary member organization in line with 1 or more elements of the capacity building framework. So if I tell about some elements, mission and vision values, strategy and planning, governance, Girl Guide and Girl Scout experience, adult leadership practices, organizational management, finance, resource mobilization, image and visibility, influence and membership recruitment and retention. So it should include these elements in your project. A project should be example of high quality girl guiding or girl scouting experience with methods of relevant, exciting, accessible, and learner-led. And when it comes to project reach out, this project should be completed within 24 months after receiving the grant. That means 2 years. Next slide, please. Project should incorporate the applicable elements of Wagggs education methods. Learning in small groups, learning by doing, connecting with others, connecting with the world, my path and my space. Member organization cannot apply for a new project unless they have submitted the report of the previous project. And project within the sustainability plan will be prioritized during the selection process. And in case of project, it's same as the project 3L. In case of project falls during the ongoing time, you can find the beneficiaries and sustain the project, but project will only be, the grant will only be awarded once. And the application for the, I mentioned the same thing. Next slide, please. And if I tell you about the procedures, application need to be submitted by 30th June each year. For this year, so 30th June will be the deadline. So one project proposal will be accepted from a MO. So APR committee will select, sorry, this should be 3 projects per year. There is a typo. And also the preference will be given to the member organizations who have not received the grant during the triennium. So the member organizations will be notified within the 2 months after the deadline. And same as in project 3L, after the MO is notified with the selection procedure, the member organization need to sign the grant letters, agree to the terms of conditions of the grant. All projects should begin within the 3 months of receiving the grant. And we will also monitor this project reach out also through the program coordinator. The next slide, please. Thank you. Yeah, an evaluation form will be sent to all member organizations, which need to be completed and returned. And this is mandatory for all grants. And member organizations should also complete the budget along with the application before the deadline. Expenditure breakdown need to be submitted with the final report when you are submitting the final report. Same as in 3L project, final report need to be submitted after 2 months of the completion of the project. And this also we need to submit an article describing the project and the project outcome after completion. We also encourage all member organizations to award a certificate after completion, and we will be giving the template as well. And applicant member organization can apply for new project upon completion of the current project. Unless they have completed the previous project, they cannot apply for a new project. The application process, same as in the 3L project, we will send out the application guidelines, the templates for the application from January to June. We will send in January and we will give you 6 months to choose the project and come up with the project and fill your application. As Alice mentioned, you need time to complete this application. So June 30th will be the deadline, and July to August, the Asia Pacific Regional Committee will approve, do the selection process. They will go through all the application and approve the projects via email. September to October, we will announce the approved projects and process with grant letters, send out the reporting templates, all necessary documents. And we will arrange the grant to be transferred to the relevant member organization during the month of November to December. So you can implement the project from the starting next year. The implementation of the project reach out will be, next slide, please. Yeah, thank you, Rupa. January to December, member organization need to implement the project reach out for the first year. And in January, annual report submission is there. So because this is within 2 years, the first report submission will be the end of the first year. And again, for the second year, January to December, member organization can complete the second and the final year of the project. And January to February, we will give 2 months to submit your final report with the breakdown of the expenditure. And submission of the report is very important. And when you are applying for a new project, all these will be taken into account when we do the selection process. If we check for the application template is also given to you, and I'm not going to take you through the whole application. It covers the full criteria, which I mentioned earlier. You need to, Rupa, is it possible for you to share the application, the Word document, which we share with them? So you can show them the application. And again, we will, if you need any support in completion of the application, please feel free to email us on the given emails. And what we ask your request you all is, without waiting till the last moment, start from the beginning. Start thinking about the project. Start writing the application, completing the application. So in this application also, we ask for the skills you are going to come. We want the outcome and the indicators, what you are going to check, how you are going to evaluate, monitor, and also in which we mentioned the capacity building framework. We ask what are the things that you cover, the elements you cover. So everything is specifically we have asked. So each category you need to complete properly. So we need, when you submitting the application, it should be a completed application with the budget and the program plan. So that is very necessary. So I will show you the comparison of the two projects. Next slide, please, Rupa.
Prarthana, I suggest we skip the comparison for now and send the slide, because
Okay.
I think we are running a bit out.
Yeah, running out of time. Yes, I can understand. Yes. Running out of time, I will skip the comparison, and during the question and answer session, you can ask anything, any clarifications if you all have, and feel free to send messages on the chat if you all have any questions. Thank you, Maiya.
Thank you, Prarthana. Thank you, and thank you, Rupa, for the alert. We are, of course, running out of time. We are 10 minutes actually late, but no worries. We still have some more presentations here. So I would like to request Ms.Tamil, Chelvee, and Vijayalectumi to unmute yourself and come up with your presentation about Project Reach Out.
Thank you, Maiya. Hi, friends. Greetings from Girl Guide Association, Malaysia. We are glad to share some information on the Reach Out project we have had with the Sri Lanka Girl Guide Association. In this session, we will see how the Reach Out project application form is filled according to the criteria. Okay, slides. A application form number 1, slides. Rupa has shown the application form just now for the project Reach Out. This is the latest form. In fact, when we applied for the project, we used a different form, but we managed to transfer all the information into this form. We will go one by one. This is actually to show what are the information to put according to the criteria needed here. First is general information. So 1.1a, name of applicant member organization, that is the country applying the project. 1.1b, names of beneficiary member organization. Our member organization was Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association. 1.2 requires to provide a brief background on the status of girls and young women in your country, that is the country applying the project. You can see the information on the slide. 1.3, the same information as required in 1.2 should be obtained from your partner MO and filled up here. Number 2 is on project description. 2.1, we need to put the title of the project. Like for example, our title was Tamil Medium Facilitators Learning and Development Course. 2.2, what is the main focus of this project? Here, we just need to indicate the focus area to be covered during the project. 2.3, what are your goals and objectives for the project? Here we have to state the goals and objectives to be achieved in this section, as you can see on the slide for an example. Then 2.4, what are the expected results of this project? These results must be measurable and should be directly benefit young women, contributing to their needs and be relevant to their personal development. You can see in the table in the 2 columns. Column 1, expected results. Our expected results, for example, to produce local Tamil speaking leaders with sufficient guiding knowledge and skills, and how to measure this through data that shows 15% increase in the number of Tamil speaking leaders, for example. Now 2.5, what are the planned project activities? Here, basically, we just write the topics and activities to be covered during the project. Example is given, the slide. 2.6, at which level this project is conducted. It should be ticked accordingly. 2.7, we need to write down the proposed location of the project or the country where the Reach Out program is going to be held. Well, ours was held in Sri Lanka. 2.8, what is the participant age range for this project? Well, the participant age range for our project was between 25 to 45 years old. For example, 2.9, who are the beneficiaries of this project? Please check all of those that apply and identify whether they are direct or indirect beneficiaries by highlighting the direct beneficiaries in yellow. Example, our target beneficiary was the Tamil speaking leaders and trainers, 60 of them we have highlighted in yellow as required according to the criteria. Okay, 2.10, what is the expected duration of the project and what dates will this project cover? This is basically, we have to mention the length of the project. For example, in 2018, we had 4 days, 3 nights, 14 to 19 December, and so on. Number 3, number 2.11 is who is or are your beneficiary member organization. Please list them and briefly identify their roles and main contribution. You can see in the table our member organization, that is partner was Sri Lankan Girl Guide Association, and their role in this project was to facilitate and to look into the logistics. Okay. 2.12, do you have any other partners? Please list them and identify the sector they belong to. Where when we had our project, we did not have any other partners, so we wrote there none. But if you have, you can fill up in this section. All right, next. Number 3, this section is on sharing experience. Please provide background of the exchange project in line with the elements of the Wagggs educational method. As you can see, the information provided in the table, the first column is an element. It shows the elements that were covered. Second column shows the topics and activities in which all these elements were covered. And so with our partner MO. Next. 3.2, the Wagggs leadership model encourages practicing leadership mindsets. Please state how you and your partner MO could practice leadership in this project. Where in the table, you can see very clearly the information. We have incorporated the 6 leadership mindset and practice this project with our partner MO. So all the 6 leadership mindset is written there: reflective mindset, collaborative, and so on. And how we incorporated this in our topics is also mentioned. The topics are mentioned there. Number 4, monitoring and implementation and evaluation. Okay, how will this project be monitored? Okay, what are your methods of monitoring? Well, the method that we used were through data collection to monitor the increase in the number of trainers. For example, who is in charge of this method? What is his or her role in the MO project? Basically, the training commissioners and committee, and the role, organize and facilitate the training sessions. For example, next. 4.2, how will the project be implemented? Show this using a work plan. Highlight the actions and expected outcomes in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. Please add more rows if necessary. Well, we have displayed it in this chart or in this table given. Expected outcomes or objective. Ours was training of leaders at proficient level. 5 indicator 5 provinces. Okay, first half of the year training of Tamil speaking leaders, beneficiaries 100, and the partners involved was Sri Lanka, and so on. Next. 4.3, how will you sustain the impact of the project after the project is over? Well, it could be done by staying connected through virtual meetings, for example, or WhatsApp groups, Next, 4.4. 4.4, how will the post-project impact be measured and documented? Well, this can be done through number of leaders and trainers produced, okay, through project report. Next is the most important part of the form. Rupa has also explained in her presentation. It's about the budget, estimated total expenditure, the breakdown, or is given according to the guidelines given by the AP region. And 5.2, allocation of grant and additional funding provided by MO. From your total expenses, please list down those that will be covered by the grant and those what will be covered by additional funding. Well, we have presented the information accordingly for your information. Next, 5.3, declaration of possible sources of income, if applicable, can be written here in this section. Now, number 6, here we need to give information on the person responsible for the implementation of the project. For example, applicant from our side, the name, whoever member organization that is carrying out the project. So name and the position of the person and other details. B, the same information from your partner member organization should be given. And number 7, should you have other comments or suggestions and requests that you wish to make, we can write down here. Number 8, the project application authorization, whereby the name and signature of a person writing and submitting this project application should be given, as you can see on the slides. For an example, the position and the other details of the person. Number 9 is about the consent for beneficiary MO. This is upon signing this session, the beneficiary member organization gives full consent to take part in the project, be subject to the guidelines of this. So this part will be filled. It also has to be filled here. The last part of the form is the privacy notice, that is for our information. That is all about the application form. I hope the responses and the information given in this form will be useful to the members who wish to do a reach out project. Now, I will pass the session on to my friend, Madam Vijayalectumi, to proceed with her presentation. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Slide, please. Slides. Sorry, friends, for the delay. Technical glitch. Okay, so I will be concentrating on our preparation and the implementation of the reach out program that we had with Sri Lanka Girl Guide Association. I will concentrate on the scheme of work and modules that we use in both in 2018 and 2019. Of course, the first thing we did was contact SLGGA for the content of our training sessions. Then the trainers brainstormed and gathered information which were either in Bahasa Melayu or English. Now, it was a challenge for all the trainers here to translate all the information, slides, handouts, and activity into Tamil language, as there was no pre-existing information in the language itself. What we did was we chose activities which were interactive and fun, and we started most sessions with a song related to the training topic or skills to capture the interest of the participants.
We prepared some guide songs to share with the participants as filler activities in between the sessions. Then we prepared and organized all our training in details according to the modules that we had and integrated the 6 Wagggs leadership mind into the program. Our content was, of course, based on the fundamental principle of Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting. And the theme for 2019 was Grubs, Grow, Blossom. The methods and approaches that we used were all based on real and hands-on training. Now, the participants' feedback was very positive and encouraging. It was the first time any training had been conducted in the Tamil language, and so the participants welcomed it. They said the training had boosted their confidence to carry out guiding at all different levels. As soon as we reached Sri Lanka, we were welcomed by a group of girl guides as well as leaders. Then we proceeded to have a briefing at the HQ of Sri Lanka Girl Guides, where we shared what we have planned and what we were supposed to be expecting. Now, please look at some of the photos based on the in-session during our training. We had the opportunity, the local education council officers did visit us to check, to monitor how the training session was going on, and they were very pleased with it. We were lucky to have some media hits in the local newspapers in 2018, where you can see we were featured on it. Now we shall listen to a review from the Sri Lanka Girl Guides.
And hear the sound.
Prarthana, can you play the...
Yeah, I think Rupa, yes, okay.
As the Learning and Development Commissioner of Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association, I would like to express my views on Reach Out program which was conducted in Sri Lanka by Malaysian Girl Guides Association. In 2009, we have had a severe death of leaders in the northern and eastern provinces of the country. The linguistic difference resulted in shortage of Tamil-speaking trainers in our midst, which was a bottleneck to reaching out to new generations of leaders and trainers in the regions. Girl Guides Association of Malaysia helped us to bridge this gap by bringing in their Tamil-speaking trainers. This program was conducted in 2018 and 2019. The aim of this was to recruit more Tamil medium trainers to Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association. Many young Tamil medium guide leaders from northern, eastern, central and Sabaragamuwa provinces of the country participated in these trainings. In 2018, it was conducted in 3 different locations and in 2019 in 1 central location. The program was decided according to the demands of Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association. Trainers of Malaysian Girl Guides Association conducted most of the sessions, whereas trainers of Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association dealt on the sessions specific to Sri Lankan curriculum. Sessions which were based on Wagggs training methods were really effective and interesting. The leadership skills of the participants were promoted through 6 leadership mindsets. The participants were able to develop their competencies related to aspects which assist them to become trainers. According to my point of view, successful programs of this nature paves the way for the trainers of both countries to share their knowledge and experience. I make this an opportunity to express my sincere gratitudes to the Chief Commissioner of Malaysian Girl Guides Association, Madam Chelvee, and her team on behalf of Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association. Thank you.
That's all.
Are we done with the presentation?
Thank you very much,
Thank you
friends, for
so much.
listening to our presentation. Over to you, Maiya.
Thank you so much, Vijayalectumi, for your wonderful presentation. And please excuse us while repeating again and again that we are running out of time. But your presentation has really helped us to learn more about the Project Reach Out. Thank you once again. I guess when the presentations are done so clean and clear, we do not expect many questions for the Q&A session, but then I announce the opening of Q&A session now. Dear ladies, if you have any questions related to Project 3L and Project Reach Out about the guidelines or any other issues, then please you can unmute yourself and put forward your question, or you can simply drop your question in the chat box. If you have any question, please. We are already late by 12 minutes. If you allow, we can go some more minutes. If you have any question, please unmute yourself and you can simply put forward your questions or queries, anything. If you have. Our presenters are all ready to answer all your queries. We wait for another 30 seconds.
Feel free to ask any questions.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nirmali Vijayalectumi. I actually represent the differently able branch from Sri Lanka, and I am actually interested in doing up a project proposal for the Reach Out project. And also what I want to do is we want to introduce, this is just my concern. We want to introduce, just a moment, the line is getting disturbed. I just want to introduce differently able girl guiding to a country where they do not exist, the differently able guides, because I know in every country that there are differently able children, but some are not having the guiding movement for these differently able guides. So I'm actually interested to introduce the way we do, because I think we are almost 100 years, we have experience in doing differently able in guiding in Sri Lanka. So we would like to share it and introduce to a country where it does not exist. So this is not a question, actually. I raised sharing my concern. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you so much, Nirmali, for making the best use of Q&A session. Since we do not have any questions about the presentations on 3L and Reach Out, your sharing is quite meaningful. We will get back to you, and your idea actually is quite great. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. If I can, in case I face a problem, how do I gear myself? And that is my other issue. We are looking forward for a country. We have earmarked now. For an instant, I was thinking about Myanmar because of the war situation that is out. Then again, I thought of India. Then again, there is because of the pandemic, it's a problem. So actually, it will be great if you all can introduce me to a country where they really need it. And my focus will be clear, because I won't be just going into a country where they are not interested. It will be great if I can know which country is most appropriate to reach directly.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your proposal. And
Yes.
thank you so much for showing so much of interest in helping another MO in such a genuine task. Thank you. We will get back to you soon.
Yes.
Thank
Maya,
you,
can
Nirmali.
I-
Yeah,
Maya,
sure,
can I just,
sure.
put my- yeah. Actually, yes, Nirmal, it's a very good idea, as Maya also said. And we will be in touch with you, and we can here also. We would like to ask if any MO is interested to be in touch or to get involved with this project. Please reach out to us, and we will combine Sri Lanka with you all. And we are willing to, we will help you with it, Nirmali. Thank you. Thank you,
Right,
Maya.
thank you. That's a good proposal, Prarthana. That is really good. As all of us are together here, if somebody says that they are interested, I can happily accommodate that particular country. That's good. Yeah.
Yes, and
Thank you,
also,
Prarthana.
thank you, Nirmal. And also the SLGG, definitely, I know that they will help. And also, the member organization, MO need to endorse any project that we are doing. So be in touch with them, Nirmali, and also we will, if any one of them, the people who are participating here, if they get back to us, we will definitely come back to you, and we will let you know how we can support. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Nirmali, for your voice in today's webinar. And thank you, Prarthana, for making things clear. So thank you, everyone. Since the presentations seems like they are all very clear and contended, there are no questions. But even if you get any questions after the webinar also, or there is any questions, or you need any kind of support, then please you can write to us in our email. You can email us your queries, or you can get in touch with us anytime. We are there to help you out. So we are almost at the end of our webinar. I would like to request the GGAM for a special announcement. There is something surprise from Girl Guides of Malaysia. They want to have a minute of every one of us. So I request the representative from Girl Guides Malaysia. Please
Thank you,
unmute.
Maya. Thank you, thank you. Hi, friends near and far, from Fiji to Australia to Japan and Korea, all from the Asia-Pacific region. Now, it is an open secret that we, Girl Guide Association, are bidding to host the 38th Wagggs World Conference 2023. Want to hear some good news? Among the many events on the agenda for the delegates is the pre-conference roundtable intergenerational gathering for the chief commissioners and one young leader from every MO. This will be in a different venue from the World Conference. More good news regarding this gathering will be announced during our presentation in July. Well, we have another surprise awaits you during the World Conference. Patience, friends, patience. You got to wait till July to know that too. But you can follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, website for updates and Q&A session regarding our bid. So friends, let's bring the 38th Wagggs World Conference to the AP region. Vote for Malaysia. See you all in Malaysia in 2023. Terima kasih. Sihat-sihat. Nandri. Arigatou gozaimasu. Kamsahamnida. Binaka. Kopkanun. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for this wonderful surprise and wish you all the best. We will definitely be in your support. Thank you once again,
Thank you.
Girl Guides Malaysia, for using the last 2 minutes to announce such a wonderful surprise for AP region. Thank you once again. Thank you, all of you. This is a great pleasure for Asia Pacific region organizing this webinar to learn more about Project Trail and Project Reach Out. And thank you so much for bearing 20 more minutes with us today than we were scheduled. So we really like to thank you very much, especially because somewhere COVID is rising, somewhere COVID is settling, COVID is disturbing every part of the world. Even then, girl guiding has not stopped. We are not disturbed. We are disturbed in some way, but we are growing, we are dazzling in many other ways. And thank you all. Because of you, we have been so vibrant, we have been so curious in learning and organize this kind of program. So once again, thanking every one of you for joining today's webinar and making it so meaningful and insightful. Thank you so much for all your presentations as well. Alish, and then Vijayalectumi, and of course, every one of you who presented. And thank you for keeping yourself so intact till the end of this webinar. Is it okay, Prarthana and Rupa? Chem is also there. Can we just say thank you to everyone and say bye? And before that, we want to take our picture. So if anybody is hidden, please just please show your face so that we can come in our photo. Is Prarthana making a picture of everyone?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Great.
Would like if everyone can switch on the video if you like to share your face on Facebook, please. Okay, everyone can smile. I will give 2 seconds. Okay. There are 2 screens, so let me take 2 times. Okay, one more, give me a minute. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prarthana.
Thank you very much,
Rupa.
everyone, for joining.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please
Thank you,
take
Dr.
care, all of
Juseon.
you.